This might just be the most beautiful road trip on earth.
Check this scene out that we're in right now. This incredible field with the most epic backdrop.
And our mission is to drive the entire length of one of the most remote island chains on the planet.
And we are in Norway, the Lofoten Islands. We are so far north. We are further north than the Arctic Circle.
Up here, beyond the Arctic Circle, 7 main islands stretch across the Norwegian Sea, all connected by bridges, tunnels, and one long, dramatic road.
How fast these trucks go.
We've got 3 goals on this trip. Stick to a $500 a day budget in one of the most expensive places on earth, track down the most iconic photo spots, and finally, to drive the entire length of the E10, the most scenic route that'll take us to the town of Å. It's one letter and it marks the end of the Lofoten archipelago. There is nothing but ocean after it.
We're here for the next week.
We'll share our full itinerary, maps, costs.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay.
Oh wow, and a little life update too. If you're new here, we're a sailing, travelling family. I was a TV journalist, John is a pilot, and when he's not flying, we're exploring new countries. In this season of life, while we're growing our family, we've decided to tick the Lofoten Islands off our photography bucket list. We've been eyeing it off ever since our last trip to Norway 10 years ago. Back then, we trekked all the way up to the famous Pulpit Rock.
Get the cloud racing up. So we're a long way north. This is further north than Iceland, Russia. The only place further north that's inhabited would be Svolvaer and some places in Greenland. Yeah.
So this is the most northern place that we've ever been. We're probably the furthest away from Australia.
How many flights?
I don't know, 3?
That's actually not bad, is it?
It took us like 24 hours just to get to Europe.
2 hotels, 2 cars, 3 flights.
From Australia to Oslo, then up to Avens, an active military airport. We hired a car for the week and we started our drive south to our first stop.
Nice car.
The cheapest car hire we could find was $500 US, which instantly ate into our budget. But it came fitted with studded winter tires, and very quickly we realised why.
So beautiful.
Feel that. It has a heated steering wheel. Feel how hot that is.
Oh,
That is so good. My little fingers are starting to warm up again. As we're coming into land, the reality kind of hit when we saw how much snow was out there.
We're on approach coming into land. We're not allowed to film because there's this military base here. But I wish I could have captured John's face as he was looking out the window.
I didn't anticipate there being quite so much snow. There's ice on the road right now.
Oh my god, this is so wild. This is not what I had expected on our holiday. So thanks for bringing me here. 6.5, 7 months pregnant.
Our accommodation is a 3-hour drive from where we landed, so we're going to be breaking up this drive. We're stopping first through Svolvaer, which is an absolute must. We stayed for lunch and it is the biggest town on the E10.
A little island with a house on it.
This is where the scenery really started to get super dramatic.
Yeah.
There's just like all this snow coming in and John's just in his photography paradise.
Just a little snow.
The weather cleared and we had a quick bite to eat.
That is a really big portion actually.
The bill blew our socks off. But when you're in the second most expensive country in the world, what do you expect?
The thing I'm most excited for though is our accommodation tonight. It looks so epic.
So let's check in. It's in Henningsvaer, which is famous for having the most picturesque soccer fields in the world.
And we're finally here.
Yeah, a long day driving this today.
As we approach, we weave around the base of towering mountains on our left and then cross over a bridge connecting the island to the mainland. Our GPS takes us right through the village. Past sailboats, colourful homes and narrow streets until we arrive at our accommodation.
Stand this side so you get the view.
Oh, okay, hang on. Oh my god, I'm so cold.
This is our home for the next couple of nights. It's 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom and comes with Wi-Fi. So we'll be using our CyberGhost VPN, who's kindly sponsoring this episode.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay.
Oh, wow. As we give you a tour, we'll tell you why we always use a VPN. Oh, this is so beautiful, John.
Oh, it's so warm.
Oh my gosh, this is...
Doesn't even put chocolate on the thing.
CyberGhost keeps your browsing, your bank details and your personal information secure, and it also lets you unlock geo-restricted games and content from over 40 streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime and Disney+. So you can access shows and movies that are only available in other countries. Now, when it comes to online shopping, you can also score better deals just by changing your virtual location to another country. So this is useful for flights and hotels especially, like booking the place we're in now. This is a bargain. $300 for this incredible view is on.
It is so warm too.
Look how gorgeous everything is. This is John, look at this kitchen. Okay, we have to do a tour. Booking sites often show different prices depending on what country you're searching from. It is called dynamic pricing and it's legal, but a VPN helps you outsmart the system.
We got 2 nights here.
CyberGhost also lets you choose from 100 locations. Your data is encrypted, it's rerouted through its secure servers, it's trusted by more than 38 million users worldwide, and one plan lets you protect up to 7 devices at a time. And if you use our exclusive link, you'll get 84% off plus 4 months free. And CyberGhost also comes with a 45-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it completely risk-free. Just click on the link in the description below. So which room are you taking? While I spent the afternoon resting, I was 26 weeks pregnant here with our daughter Chloe. John went for his very first of many runs in Norway. Are you excited for your run?
I'm a little bit anxious about how cold it's going to get. I'll use my poles off. It feels like -3 with the wind. Love you. See you in a little bit.
Have fun.
Have a nice sleep.
Running in new cities and towns became his thing a couple of years ago. So John's just gone for an extreme run. He says it's the best way to see a place fast. And he's made his way over the bridge and across to the lighthouse. There he is, he's crossing over with another runner. He's just called me when he's made his way over to wave.
Love you.
Love you, do a star jump. Oh my gosh, is that your bum?
Yeah. What? Hard. It's cold.
Look who I spotted.
Hello.
Are you freezing?
Oh, it's so hot.
Now, there are only a handful of restaurants in Henningsvaer. Some of the restaurants here sell soup, and the soup is $40. Like,
Yeah, and it's just cream with a couple of bits of fish floating in it.
so these are like the back streets.
No, this is the main street in town.
Oh, this is the main street? I feel like it's the back streets of the island.
Trevin, Bracken, Birkin.
So I think we're getting pizza. Oh, that's a shame it's closed.
Well, I guess it's $40 fish soup then. Look at that bird. It's an Arctic crow. Mini-mart, closed.
Closed. We eventually found a small convenience store.
We can make our own $40 fish soup. It's still like $8 a packet.
Yeah. Guess how much all of this was?
It was $44.87.
Ba-bum. The damage. Wow, that is so gorgeous. We've stopped at the side of the bridge. It's so picturesque. It's around, what time is it, John? It's around 7 p.m. and the sun's still going to be up for like another 4 hours. It's golden hour.
That's the thing.
Golden hour is literally for like 4 hours.
Last 4 hours. Golden 4 hours.
We cooked up tuna pasta back at the cabin. So a bit of a life update too. John and I are doing quite a few renos on our place. We've done quite a bit so far, haven't we?
We have.
So we've done like all our garage, we've pulled out a heap of trees at the front of our yard, we're going to get a whole new kitchen. And as part of it, we're looking at getting induction. And we've heard that induction boils water in a minute. And
There's a boost thing.
This-
See, that goes even faster.
this is
I didn't put it
unbelievable.
on boost mode either.
Anyway, these are things you talk about in your 30s.
Yeah, that you get excited about when you're pushing 40. I get every little drop out because every little drop is like $1. $1, $2, $3.
Is it good?
It's actually really good.
Is it better than lunch?
Yeah, it is. It is better than lunch.
Lunch was $80.
It's actually okay, right?
That's better than lunch. One thing that blows my mind about being in the far north is the light. Now, the Lofoten Islands sits above the Arctic Circle, which means in summer, you get what's called the midnight sun. So the alarm just went on. It's midnight. It's 12:01. This is the midnight sun. Still daylight outside. In winter, it's the opposite. The sun doesn't rise at all for weeks, and it's one of the best places in the world to see the Northern Lights. This is the most unique holiday I think I've ever been on. We've just been chilling out and relaxing. Usually when you're in a big city like Rome or Paris, you just go, there's so much to do. Whereas I think Mother Nature here forces you to slow down. You just want to sit in this A-frame type house and just look out. Cook a hearty meal in your lounge room and enjoy the marvels of nature.
I was intrigued to try this. I saw it in the hotel. It's caviar in paste form. Goes well on toast with eggs, apparently. A little bit of egg on there. That is really good. Tastes a little bit like anchovy paste.
Let's see what the fuss is about.
Norwegian. How's the view?
Amazing. Today we went for a little walk on our very first island as part of our Lofoten Island trail. And this is probably one of the most famous of all. And it is that incredible soccer field that catches your eye and makes this place a true landmark, particularly when you get that drone off and you see all the chain of islands around it. We were so lucky that from about midday onwards, the sun came out to play, and the rainy, snowy weather that literally was going sideways. The snow was like at a 90-degree angle this morning.
Ready to brace the cold?
No.
I don't think you want an umbrella.
You reckon?
No, it'll just blow inside out.
You reckon?
Ready?
Oh my god.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Have you got your steering wheel heater on?
Oh yeah.
And then we also went into town where some of the sailing vessels are. Spoke to a few locals down there. A beautiful gentleman with his Canon from Spain took a photo of John and I. A portrait shot, which was lovely, with the gorgeous backdrop of the huge mountains behind. It's been a really epic first couple of days to our trip. We found a supermarket and purchased a heap of food so we could cook some hearty home meals because there isn't much open in town. All of this was 200 Aussie, which is actually not too bad. Tacos one night, a heap of veggies, eggs and bacon, pasta, soups. One of the nights we're gonna have this and some chocolate. What was the most funniest part about shopping though?
Yeah.
These 3 paper bags cost $4.50.
Still going on about that.
I'm just saying, if you want to go to the supermarket, pack your own paper bags.
Got some cold pasta. I'm so hungry. Oh god.
But before we head to our next stop, there's a little life update we wanted to share. So I probably should catch you guys up to speed about baby. It was the best news ever. The first sort of trimester was really difficult for me. I was a little bit sick and super sleepy and tired. And we also had some really sad news that John's nan had received a cancer diagnosis. And so we had some really positive news to share with her. And
So he's gonna have baby nan.
it was really lovely, and she really fought to the very end, hoping to meet little Bubs. But that wasn't meant to be. Yeah, that was pretty tough. It was really hard.
I told you it was the first try.
Oh, so glad.
We hadn't put too many videos out, and I think it's just because there was like so much happening behind the scenes, like being pregnant, not feeling great, and yeah, being there for our family through those really difficult times. I'm excited to continue to share our journey, but with a little Bubs in tow. Is she gonna look like mum or dad? Is she gonna... You scared me! We were following you across the bridge. How'd you go?
Oh, good.
6K?
Yeah. Who's that? Hello, YouTube.
I was just telling them about baby.
Oh.
I was just saying we have to now think about a name.
So far it's chicken, peanut,
Bertha.
Bertha.
John's granddad calls her Bertha.
I'm gonna go and catch my breath over here.
Now, it is hard to say goodbye to our cozy waterfront cabin with this view. We looked out one last time and tried to take a snapshot with our minds so we could remember this moment forever. I also packed our 2 days left worth of food into the car because our next accommodation is even more remote, a waterfront lodge with a sauna. But before we get there, we have a few stops planned. We're going to hike along Norway's best beach, we're going to visit an open-air fishing village museum, and we have to stop at some epic photography lookouts.
I'm gonna shut the door, just pull in a bit further.
Yeah?
I'm on the wrong side of the road here.
Okay. Look where we are, guys. We've just made it to this beautiful beach. We're making our way further south. We're about to go on a hike, which I'm a little nervous about, being 6 months pregnant, as John said it's all the way up there. So we're just snacking on popcorn and dates to try and get our energy levels up. I've just looked it up. That is the #1 beach in like whole of Norway.
Oh, Kazakhstan. Don't worry what I've got to say. Hey, we're gonna go do this hike.
I physically don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this though.
You can hike from this beach around the bluff to the other side. You can do that. It doesn't require you to go up.
Are you gonna manage with this? We decided to do the easier of the two. So the hike we're doing goes around the base part.
Around the bluff.
How's the view?
Amazing.
Gosh, I think that actually was a really good decision. Look up there. Look how steep that is.
I mean, I've got to say, you were fully prepared to do it. I kind of talked you out of it.
Yeah, you did.
It'd be equally as beautiful this hike, don't you think?
Yeah. The sunny weather completely caught us by surprise. I think it rains for about like 250 days of the year, and so we've just gotten so blessed with this weather today. It's about 5-6 degrees. And that's the thing about the Lofoten Islands. Ooh, so many layers. The weather changes fast. 4 layers up top here. But with no esky in the sun heating up the car, we were worried about our food going off. Yeah, there's no other like supermarkets down here, so I was hoping that our food doesn't perish in the car and go rancid. So we're gonna race back, keeping a lookout for whales. There's a coffee shop in there. I'm gonna go in there in a second. Look how clear this beautiful water is. Wow. Stunning. Look at that view. As we edged further south, we passed lakes, climbed in elevation, and spotted snow. I turned a used shopping bag into a makeshift esky using Arctic snow. Who needs a fridge? Just forage some snow. Keep our chicken cold. There was no way I was going to miss out on chicken tacos tonight. Here are our frozen bits. Our chicken. Tuck it in. Crack it up all in the ice. Our next stop was Nusfjord.
No listeria for us.
One of the oldest and best preserved fishing villages in Norway. All these like huts over here you can see is accommodation, which was pretty cool. This is such a great time of year to come. There's just like hardly anyone around. Fishing villages across the Lofotens, not just here, have these huge racks used for drying cod. If you've ever had dried fish in like a packet that you get from places like Japan, it smells exactly like that. It's not a foul smell. I mean, it might be a foul smell to some.
Do you want to go first?
It's exported all over the world, but predominantly to Italy.
So they look like
Dried fish.
it's hard. It's so hard that when you put it in your mouth, you don't really have a flavour. But once your saliva gets into the cod, it like rejuvenates the fish. It's actually not bad. I mean, I don't love it. To be honest, it tastes like plastic fish.
Plastic fish.
The texture's hard and plasticky.
So now I know why everyone in Norway has so much money. All that fish that you see hanging out there, I didn't realise just how valuable it is. This is 60 Australian dollars.
If you want a copy of all our location pins in this episode, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Are you joking me? That is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in my life. John,
It's cool, isn't it?
that is so beautiful. Wow. Incredible. What? How is that even real?
Wow, this is sick.
So we just crossed a heap of bridges.
2 bridges.
Hang on. I feel like there were more than 2 bridges.
There are 2.
We just crossed a heap of bridges to get an awesome drone shot. It's pretty spectacular. You've got massive mountains surrounding you, right? With all these little islands perched between clear waters. We were just saying how spectacular today is.
This is what I pictured when I thought of the Lofoten Islands.
As we make our way deeper into the Lofoten Islands and towards our accommodation for the night, we pass through Hamnøy. John just said, quote unquote, this is why people come to the Lofoten Islands.
For this section.
For this section? Wow. Our accommodation for the night was in Sørvågen, staying in a traditional fishing hut.
Oh my god, traditional hut. It's literally a wooden hut.
A rawboo overlooking Å. Oh, this is lovely, John. Oh my gosh, John, look at this. From our window, we could actually see the final town on the road, Å, the place we'd been driving towards this entire trip. We're right on the water.
It's a traditional one. And I believe there's a sauna in here.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
There's a sauna in there, Kristina.
What? What? That's so cool.
This was $2.20 a night.
And we also spotted a few Arctic hares.
Look at the size of his eyes. Looks like a goat's head.
Do you want to see how the ice held up in here?
We'll let you know in a few hours after dinner.
We didn't get sick. And here are some of the meals that we made while we were in the lodge, and this was breakfast the next day.
Are you going to get a cinnamon scroll today?
It's the only thing on the agenda.
We found our very first cafe open this entire trip, and John got this incredible cinnamon scroll that he's been dying to have since we've arrived, and it tastes kind of like a churro cronut. And I got this incredible strawberry cake, which I'm really enjoying. And check out the view. John and I are always drawn to boats. We've sailed and lived on them in Europe, the Bahamas, and Australia.
That rain is like full on.
And not far from here is a ferry that travels deep into the heart of the fjord. So naturally, we decided to go find the terminal. But first, we got a little sidetracked in town.
Do you want to have another coffee before we go?
We're gonna go walk around town and have a little photography session. How are you feeling? Are you gonna be warm enough?
Yeah,
John is slowly building a very serious collection of photo options for our walls back home. Just 2 minutes down the road is the local ferry terminal. We've just found out we can go on the public ferry. It is about 100-ish. Return trip goes for an hour, and we're about to go into the fjords. Usually people jump on the ferry to start a hike in the destinations that we're traveling to, but we won't be getting off. We're just going for a bit of fun.
After you.
All right.
Hello.
It's pretty fast. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
How good is this? I just needed to get back on a boat. I feel better now. Like instantly.
It feels like a theme park. Like it is so beautiful and majestic, and all the little cute cabins. Feels like it's a movie set, but it's hard to believe this is real life. This is real life for Norwegians who live out here in the Lofoten Islands. It's pretty amazing. Huge, towering granite cliffs, snow-capped mountains, mossy rocks.
Because there's no one on the dock, they just keep going.
Oh,
So they just rock up. If there's no one standing there, they just keep going.
oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so we're off.
Why tie up if there's no one here?
Yeah, makes sense.
We'll break down all the costs of this Norway trip and exactly just how much we spent. if you have time, you could go at 10 a.m, do a hike, and then catch the 3 p.m. back here. Those poor people though, I have to say, the people that they picked up from the beach looked freezing. Like they were so excited for this boat to pick them up. I'm like, oh, thank the Lord. I'm gonna get out of that weather.
Alright, where to next? Ah.
Are you laughing?
No, we're going to Ah.
Oh, we're going to a place called It's literally one letter, and that is the letter A because it's at the very end.
Yeah, it's the last letter of the alphabet. It's also the last stop on the E10, which is the road that goes all the way down the Lofoten Islands. You should explain about the parking too.
Oh, how it's bloody expensive. I don't know if I've already said this in the video, but this is the second most expensive country in the world after Switzerland. Parking, you pretty much have to pay for it everywhere. So we better pay, hey? Check out and pay. What's our license number, John?
So on the way to and this is the E10, it's the one road that runs down all the Lofoten Islands. Apparently it just terminates like abruptly into a car park and that's it. I feel like there should be people jumping out of cakes and a band.
After years of dreaming, we are so close now. It's been the most memorable, impossible place to get to while pregnant, but we made it.
We're in. It is so cold. This is the last town, and we have to see it. So we've come all the way down to this concrete pier.
To me it feels like the whole place is like something that you've imagined and never really sure whether it existed.
Our biggest expense was on accommodation, around $1,900, and our cheapest expense was CyberGhost, which was just $2.03 for the month. We've added a heap of discount links for Norway, including our special CyberGhost VPN deal in the description below. But still, after days of driving, we were curious. Does the E10 really end in a car park? So yep, this is the car park. This is the end of... Let the next adventure begin. Subscribe so you don't miss it.